gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral, ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices.
Hello everyone. We'll be
Welcome
starting
to
the
the
session.
Global Skill Development Council.
I'm sorry about that. We'll be starting the session in a while, like in next 2 minutes. We'll wait for our participants to join, and then we'll start with the session. Thank you.
Your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. At 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development.
Dear lovely people, thank you so much for joining today's session. I'll be sharing my screen and then we can start with the session. And I wish you all a very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are joining from. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Let me share my screen here. Here we go. I hope you all can see my screen, and a warm welcome to you all to Global Skill Development Council GSDC Studio AI Implementation Series. My name is Preetham. I'll be here as a moderator. Do let me know if you need any assistance during the session. Feel free to reach out to me over the chat box, and I'll make sure that I'll be taking care of it. So as you all know that we had this incredible panel of experts aligned for this entire series this week, started from 15 to 19 December 2025 with a time slot that is 7:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 p.m. Singapore time, 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So do join us for all the remaining session as well. And before I could hand over the session to our speaker today, we would love to quickly introduce our hosting organization, GSDC. We known as Global Skill Development Council. We are vendor agnostic, vendor neutral. We are globally recognized certification body, and we are accredited by ABICB and supported by World Press Hub, which is our official media partner who covers all our events and press releases. So as we do have 100 plus certification portfolio with us, and we have certified more than 250,000 professionals worldwide. We have 500 SMEs. Those are subject matter expert, industry experts. They work with us closely to design our deliverables, and of course there are affiliates from top universities like Harvard, Stanford, and MIT. We are associated with 1000 multinational corporates and 500 Fortune companies and 50 plus universities across the world. And I would love to quickly introduce to you all to GSDC AI Studio, a platform where we are providing 100 plus live session monthly, which is led by global experts, where you'll be getting 4 daily sessions, which is 45 minutes of impactful sessions and hands-on learning. As I said, this is a platform where you will be getting opportunity to learn directly from the global AI leaders around the world, and you can apply all the concept immediately. And in case if you have any question or doubts, that will be resolved instantly. And this training is aligned with the industry standards for job ready skills. So how you can access to GSDC AI Studio? So you can start your learning right away with 14 days of free access, where you'll be getting 80 plus live session and full GSDC access to full GSDC AI Studio. The another step that you can go for is GSDC lifelong membership with $109, where you'll be getting lifetime access, 80 plus live session, full access to GSDC Studio, free GSDC membership, access to all of the physical events, and LinkedIn profile improver. And the third and the last step is that you can opt out for GSDC certification plus lifetime membership, which is limited time offer. You can opt out this for $100, where you'll be getting GSDC certification, access for all benefits of lifetime membership, personalized coaching, capstone project plus AI tools, GSDC co-pilot, and assessment tool. It is so amazing. You can reach out to a learning advisor to get more help regarding this GSDC AI Studio. I'll share the contact details shortly in the chat box. So as I mentioned earlier in my previous slide, that we do have 100 plus certification portfolio with us. So our current certification portfolio holds certification on L&D and HR, Gen AI, Agentic AI, emerging technologies, ISO, lead auditor and implementer, project management, PMO, agile DevOps, SRE, cybersecurity, digital transformation, and so on. So this certification is specifically designed for all the professionals worldwide who want to upskill themselves and who want to stay industry relevant, right? So feel free to reach out to a learning advisor to get more help or more information regarding this certification. Also, you can visit our website, which is mentioned below, www.gstcouncil.org, to get more information and to check all the offerings that GSTC has for all of you. So what are benefits you will be getting with GSTC certification in case if you opt out? So you will become GSTC's member for a lifelong. You will get certificate upgrade and will be having access to all our events, workshop, boot camps, a free access. And guess what? You will be having free access to all our exclusive learning program that we do have for all of you. Along with that, you will be getting implementation resources, speaker invites, and newsletters. So I'll share the all contact details in the chat box shortly. So without any further delay, I would love to introduce our today's speaker, Radha Krishnan Krishna Kripa. She's a lead DevOps engineer at ANSYS ANSI. So I would love to tell more about Kripa here. She's an author and global technology speaker. She specializes in DevOps transformation, CI/CD platforms, cloud native system, and applying generative AI to improve developer experience and engineering workflows. Kripa is the author of Beginning DevOps and actively contributes to the global tech community through speaking, blogging, and mentorship. So we're delighted to have you, Kripa, today with us, and would love to tell you all she'll be taking us today with the important topic, that is generative AI-driven DevOps, intelligent automation for CI/CD and engineering workflows. Thank you so much, Kripa, for joining. You can have the handover of the virtual mic now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Preetham. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'll start with, I'll share my screen. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Okay, sounds good. I'll start with some topic like what basically I'm gonna talk today. So yes, good morning, everyone. Maybe good evening and good afternoon. I'm currently in India, but thank you, Preetham and GSDC for this invitation. I'm Kripa. I go by Kripa, and I'm a lead DevOps engineer. Today's session is basically about, I would say, generative AI in how you can implement it in the CI/CD pipelines. How it can be very practical and also help the engineers to improve their day-to-day life with an assistant kind of generative AI. So, my basic agenda today is to quickly ground you on what generative AI is, why it matters. Uh, if people don't know about it, I just want to go through that quickly before how I show how it fits in CI/CD pipelines. Then I'll move with a live demo using Azure DevOps, which is definitely scalable to other platforms if needed. And I will also talk about some additional use cases, benefits, and I'll leave the last few minutes for some questions. So, what is generative AI? AI has been a trend right now, so everyone is like curious. So, generative AI, I would say, is a class of AI that is just not like classification to help you automate or anything like that. But for me, it's more like it creates, it explains and summarizes the summary of your pipelines or your workflow. It basically learns the patterns from very large data set that you have, and can also generate insights from the failures from the daily run, uh, and also recommendations and explains in natural language that's available for people. So, some examples include chatbots, Copilot, summarizers, code assistants. Today, I'm gonna just talk in general because there are different ways to implement this for sure. So why generative AI? So um, what I feel is like any team. It's just not DevOps, but it could be developers too. I'm a big advocate of developer experience as well, or like testers experience. So I feel like any team kind of like faces constant challenges with the failures, with the deadlines, with the implementation of their products, and also with the deployments, right? So these frequent failures can be very noisy. It can have like large logs that can be difficult to at sometimes to go through each and everything and understand it quickly. And also there can be flaky tests that's large, that's causing a lot of test errors, but it's just hard at some point of your work life to figure out this or that. So the problem isn't lack of data. I feel like there's so much log, but the problem is how do we process that log in a very small time? So it takes time to understand that data. So that's where like generative AI for me comes in. So when I say agentic I don't mean that it's an autonomous system that's going to make decisions for you. I mean, it's like a content-aware assistant that's going to help you with your data to analyze, to explain, and recommend while keeping humans in the control. So it's basically advisory AI, not like autonomous that's gonna like switch your job or like replace one of your job from day-to-day life. So it basically, as I said in the last point, it enhances the understanding. Um, High level architecture before we go to the demo is the regular enterprise level. We commit the code, you build the code, you test the code. You can add agentic AI, generative AI, as well as automation using AI. And in many ways, agentic AI can be used in some ways, like where you can trigger the pipelines for errors like that happens nightly. There might be builds that runs nightly and produces your package that needs to be tested the day you come back the next day. So that's a useful use case. Agentic AI can be used in a generative way at a high level, like the architecture intentionally is simple, where the code flows and it creates the logs, and the AI agentic kind of like analyzes to see what's happening. It will summarize it for you the time of the day you are away, or even when you are in office or at your desk. So the key point is like the pipeline doesn't change. It just enhances your pipeline. It adds intelligence around it, which might be just an assistant to you, right? So um, I have seen CI/CD pipeline before and after. Um, so the basic difference is time. Time, how much time it has consumed for me to figure out the errors. There have been days where I quickly see the logs and I know, okay, this is the problem. I need to quickly fix it. But what if I'm not around? It's on someone else. It might take the same time that took me first time to figure out the issue. So without AI, the bill does fail. With AI, the bill does fail. But the main highlight is the action might be clearer and quicker to understand like what needs to be done next. So in my live demo, as I go into the demo, I want to focus on a few things. I want to focus like it's gonna be a very simple workflow that I just created for this session. I'm gonna just see how my enhanced AI is gonna understand the logs, where AI runs. I'll show that. Also, how AI quickly routes the cause. Sorry, shows the cause, and it becomes clearer with the way that it produces the logs or summarizes. The effort to understand the failure is way lesser than how we do it. So I'll go with a normal passing pipeline, then intentionally introduce a test failure, and I will also show how AI can analyze that failure, how AI can be used in different other use cases. Um, okay, so I'm gonna go to my demo. Let me know, Preetam, like if when I share, it's visible. I'm gonna share a few windows on the same side of my. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. So this is a very, very basic pipeline. I have a very basic .NET application that runs a Hello World project. It's gonna just display hello Docker world or whatever I have echoed. Um, I have created a unit test that's gonna look through that, process copy the deployed packages. Then it's gonna process my hello world and it's gonna show the log. And if everything passes, the unit test is gonna pass. So what I'm gonna show you is how simple the pipeline it's gonna run. So let's just say I can just run this pipeline again. For this one, I'm not running it on cloud or anything like that. It's just my machine is the host. But to be honest, like this workflow can be, of course, like is a very common workflow everyone has. I just wanted to mimic a small part of it to show how I can implement AI, but this can be just implemented across as needed. So it's gonna just build the solution, run the test. This is not OS dependent. This can be run anywhere, however you want to run. It was just easier for me to show a small pipeline here. It's gonna run the test. It's gonna check if everything looks fine. It's gonna pass. So the while this runs, I'll show you. I just your regular pipeline is going to remain the same. The pipeline is not changing, right? It's going to run your project. It's going to do everything. It's going to deploy your artifacts. What changes is like addition to what you already have, you implement the AI analyzer. So for my example, I'm just using OpenAI API key. I just have a free account. I'm just using a free tier for this demo. For all my demos, I usually do that. But You can, of course, use different at enterprise level. You can go for the enterprise level or the internal LLMs, whatever works best for you. But for your experiment, you can always use the OpenAI API. So for me, I'm just passing the OpenAPI key into my pipeline. I have a small PI script. You can run the way you want. I just have a Python script that's gonna analyze, and the Python script can analyze the way you want. My Python script is gonna analyze, okay, are there any failures? Okay, if there are any failures, it's gonna check the .trx files. That basically is from the unit test. If you have another type of test, you can just pass that test files or log files into your analyzer and it's going to figure it out. That's one thing. I'm going to talk about the other ones in my next part of this demo. But okay, so here this passed, it deploys your packages. You can see this got skipped because the test did not fail. So what I do basically is if the tests are failing, makes sense to create the summary. If it's not failing, it makes the step to skip. So let's just introduce a regular. So this is what it is. It's a very simple um, unit test that's gonna as it's gonna validate if the string is hello Docker world. So I can just break it saying test. Um, I was just testing this before the demo just to make sure. It's just weird that everything works fine before the demo. It starts failing at the demo. So okay, so I'm gonna just try. Okay, so let's see. Break the test intentionally, and I'm gonna push the broken test changes. You can break anywhere. It can be your build, it can be your test. For my log analyzer, it's build and test. If it's gonna fail, it's gonna work. It's gonna run the analyzer. If you are only concerned about test, that's totally fine. However, it's very flexible what you want to do. So now I have the test failing. Okay, so it's gonna run again. So if even if you break the program CS, it's gonna fail. Something or other. If there is a failure, it's gonna run. That's how I have my pipeline set up. It's always up to you how you wanna set up. I'm like, okay, all the condition failed, analyze the test failures. In my PY, I also have analyze. Okay, so maybe like while that's running, I have how if there are no TRX files, it's gonna fail for sure. You can always throw the prompt that you want from OpenAI. So for me, I'm like, okay, analyze my data, provide me all of these fixes. You can just prompt it to what you want it to summarize for you. So you can just analyze how or what you want that AI to analyze, the LLM to analyze. Oh, I did not save the test. Okay. For some reason, my autosave is not okay. Okay. This is what I say. Okay. Okay, let's push this again. Okay. This should fail. Gonna wait for a second. Okay, so my build failed. My AI analyzer is gonna check um, what happened. So it's gonna analyze. So when Okay. So what happens is like I have prompted the AI to give me this kind of summary. You can always change that. So it said, okay, there is a mismatch of string basically because my unit test is very simple. It says instead of hello Docker, it says hello Docker test. It's gonna give you exactly what's happening. Most of the times, if it's not hallucinating, of course, it's gonna prompt you because I asked it to prompt what's and why it's happening. So it says, okay, there is an expected string, but it does not include test. That's why it might have failed. And if you update the exact this file, it will help. So it kind of gives you an idea, a quicker idea, because it's gonna go through all the logs. It's gonna go through the TRX files. Um, and it also has access to the older files and all the older builds. So it's always easier to see I only have one test and one test failed, but you can always leverage this the way you want. So I'm gonna fix this test, and meanwhile that works, I'm gonna talk about the next thing that I always feel helps any developers or any DevOps engineer is how we can leverage this after the test failures. Okay, we don't have to leverage generative AI always for the test failures. You can always use generative AI to give you additional data on day-to-day basis as well. So I'm going to talk about that next. Okay, so fix test. Let's push that. So while this runs, I'm going to show you the next part. Okay. So in my fail test also, you can see, okay, it did analyze because it did fail, but I have like another way of where I'm saying, okay, can you also keep an eye like what's happening daily? Is it failing, or is it like failing frequently, or is it running fine? If it's running fine, just give me the summary how it went every day. You might have nightly pipelines. You might have things that run when you are away from the desk or away from the PC. So it can always keep a monitor on that flaky test also. It can keep an eye on like what's happening, what's failing daily. So here, basically, my flaky test analyzer, I'm like just asking it to. So I just created a dummy one. So in your pipeline, you can just spit out everything that's happening, running every day, and you can spit out into a JSON file or any file that works for you. It's gonna just spit out what happened, like maybe pass, fail. It's gonna spit out for every test. For me, I only have one test, but I'm just spitting out like just random things. You can ask that to analyze from that JSON history. And the JSON will obviously get updated through your pipeline. And you can say, okay, just analyze the following test history and analyze any flaky test and explain why, if there's any. So it's going to keep an eye on the history that you have for every day. So that's basically what it's doing here. So it's gonna say, okay, sometimes it's passing alternative pass and fail and inconsistently. This does not even exist. That's why it says it's stable. So my JSON just says pass, pass, pass. So it thinks, okay, it's passing every day. So you can just input it with any data. You can all obviously input the data with the TRX files also, like whatever this is producing, you can push it to some location that's gonna be a little bit more consistent than like any agent folder that gets cleaned up every night. So if it's consistent, you can just keep those files and also give that as an input, and it can always keep an eye on like how many tests worked. You can change the prompts to what you want to see from that. Um, that basically goes. Okay, so while I talk about the next topic, okay, so once the test passes, if it was a real world case, it might have been a big problem or a small problem, but at least you save time. It's kind of like an assistant to tell you what happened. So, okay, so it did skip. Another part, maybe I'll talk that about here as well. Another part is like, I also like to keep an eye on like how the nightly builds are going, because nightly builds can fail every day, or every other day. Sometimes, like when you are away from the desk, off hours, you want to see what happened, but you can't at some point. So maybe this can summarize what happened in the morning so that you have a quicker fix, and you can just quickly fix and rerun the pipeline. Or it can give you a quicker fix and also give you an idea, maybe if you implement agentic AI also, to say, tell the LLM saying that, okay, I want obviously the summary, the generative summary of what is happening, if it failed, why it failed. But on top of that, can you retry rebuilding the pipeline? Maybe it's sometimes the machine specific issue where it's failing on some particular machine or some particular agent. Maybe you can just call the REST API and ask that, okay, if you think it's a machine specific issue from the history, just disable that agent and retry the pipeline on another agent. If you're using a Kubernetes cluster, maybe ask it to delete the pod or disable the pod. There are so many REST APIs that you can use. So there are many ways you can just actually monitor your nighttime pipelines also. So here, basically, my PY, the Python script, is not doing much, but it's gonna give you a little bit of metadata. But of course, you can leverage this in a way that works best. It gives you a little bit metadata that, okay, I loaded the nightly history. This is the run ID. Total runs 1, failure 0, and no failures observed because it has been run for a few times in past. So yeah, so that's how you can always leverage this. Okay, so what I wanted to show was what else? Yeah, I just have this. I'm just asking it. You can always exchange the prompts however you want. You can always leverage how you want, what metadata you want from the logs. Um, yeah, so that's all I had for the demo for today. But I can always talk more about this offline, online as needed. This was a very simple demo to show you how we can leverage, just give an idea. So I wanted to also talk about a few more things on to end this. So what I think is like what we just saw is like faster understanding, not like faster execution. Some people might think that, oh, okay, it is going to automate most of the things, but I feel like AI can be leveraged just to reduce the time, improve the developer experience, lower dependency on senior engineers for log interpretation, flaky tests. Also, I feel like beyond single failures, it's always effective to analyze patterns across the runs. Um, Clicky tests are a great example. Instead of arguing, there have been days with me, like where I'm arguing, oh, okay, this test is flaky. It kind of like intermittently fails, or it kind of intermittently fails on one machine. So it can actually just record that a pattern, right? So that's what I think can help you. And another use case that I showed, nightly build, same idea applies. You can just summarize the CI health, highlight recurring issues, but also leverage it to maybe re-trigger the pipeline also on top of that. There are many ways to do without manually checking the dashboard, things like that. So that's what I feel. So last few things I want to talk is the biggest advantage is the faster feedback loop. This helps everyone. It kind of like also helps to scale expertise because sometimes you feel like you are like a one person army for the team. This summary is kind of sharing the knowledge from you to many people. You might be thinking in a different way or the same way, and it's kind of like helping to scale the expertise. And Nothing magical happened here. It was just a simple demo, but I feel like we did not auto fix the code or deploy anything. We simply reduced the time. So, but I feel like you can leverage. There are many other ways. I feel like that's another topic for some other day, but you can use agentic AI where you can use REST APIs to disable, enable agents, create new pods, maybe also push a fix if it's a very, but it's all very subjective, like how you want to leverage it. Because in my opinion, I feel like pushing a code is something that I wouldn't do. I would still have a human in loop. There are times when it hallucinates. Going forward, I feel like there can be better CI insights. You can think how you can do that. Maybe some IDE integration. And uh, There is another way which I couldn't show you today, but I feel, I think there's another way where you can which is called as proactive failure prevention. Basically, what we saw today is how it fails, and then it gives you an idea. But maybe instead of explaining failures after they really happen, AI can increasingly warn us before a change breaks the CI, or like it can record the past patterns and past failures. Maybe there is a pattern that kind of like goes in every time. So risky test changes, there are codes that might be going again and again, breaking at some point. People are reverting changes. So maybe it can actually give you an idea before it goes. You can actually implement in the pull request, so that kind of AI summarizes it in the pull request, comments the same way that you comment on any PR, giving suggestions. AI will gain more context, just not logs. So I feel that's another way of leveraging it. Um, Instead of like also another way is instead of developers using just the CI tools, they can use the GitHub Copilot, maybe integrate it with their own local machines, in pull requests, in IDAs, in the chat bots, and maybe help them locally also before they maybe create the pull request. Like there are ways you can leverage it. Um, Lastly, but not least, but I would say the way I'm pretty sure many companies might have been already introducing copilots. The thing is, like, okay, you have copilots, you might have different options, or maybe you have an internal LLM, but adoption doesn't actually happen overnight. So teams usually start with copilots, integrate AI into CI/CD, but I also feel it has to have also include observability so that whatever you are scaling, whatever you are doing, leveraging, at least it is scaled in a proper way with observability and security. There are many options to do that. Um, so last key takeaways is, yeah, I feel like generative AI just turns your literally the data that you see every day into something that's very informative. Start small, integrate it with existing pipelines, or maybe try it like I just showed you. It's just my Azure account, a free account that I use, maybe to understand how you can maybe implement in actual real world. Uh, yeah, I think that's all I had for today. Thank you for all of your time. I'm happy to connect, talk to you. Now, take happy to take questions. Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kripa, for delivering an incredible session, including the demo session as well. So, let me tell all the participants that Kripa is on holiday currently and she made the half of the preparation while traveling back to India. Truly inspiring. Thank you so much, Kripa, for being here and giving the session. And seems like we should have another session with you. It's like there are a lot to share, right? So we'll be definitely
Yeah,
reaching out to you for further sessions as well whenever we schedule on this topic. Thank you so much. So I would
sure.
love to request all the participants, as we are open for the Q&A, feel free to drop all the questions in the chat box. We still have a 10 to 15 minutes to take all the questions. So we will wait for your questions. And meanwhile, I would like to tell you all that I do have some great announcement for all of you. So still stay connected till the end. Drop your questions in the chat box, please. Seems like they understood everything. They don't have any questions for.
I hope I've kept it very simple as I was traveling, but I'm happy to connect with everyone on LinkedIn for sure. Let me know. I know like this is a very I feel like generative AI can be actually leveraged. It's a very nice thing to actually explore. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions even offline. I'm happy to talk.
Absolutely. For that, I have already shared her LinkedIn profile link in the chat box. Feel free to reach out to her. And here I can see one question from Reginald. He's asking, I know the focus of the session is DevOps, but how can AI be used for process re engineering and process maps?
Okay, so question is how okay, I see the question here. How AI can be used for is I feel like processing re-engineering is really about understanding how work actually flows. AI is very good like turning fragmented data into clear picture. Um, I would say yeah, you can use in traditional process mapping. AI can actually analyze the existing signals, create living process maps, highlight frictions and inefficiencies. Yeah, it is like leveraged the way you want it. So in reality, yeah, you can just rely on what you want to do. And yeah, it depends like what kind of pre-processing engineering you want to do.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for answering this one. Do we have any further questions, dear participants? Feel free to drop it. Okay, Reginald is asking any particular tool you can recommend.
I would say like there is no particular tool. Yeah, I get this question a lot. So in my thing, I used OpenAI. Just OpenAI, I created an OpenAI account and um, I just generated an API key for this demo. But at many different levels, people use it in different ways. I would say like in Azure, you can use the Azure OpenAI. You can also integrate with Microsoft Azure GitHub Copilot. Another way is the chat box, and many people I think also use the internal LLMs the way they want to train their data, right? So I feel it depends, but if you really want to try, start with something, I would just say just create an account on OpenAI. There it does not need anything to just explore. But other ones are like Azure OpenAI, GitHub Copilot, Microsoft 365 Copilot, and so on. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Kripa. I can see there's another question coming from Mayowa. How can I introduce AI into my VS Code to help me analyze code failure from a simple context?
Yeah. So Um, there are some ID integration options you can try. And the other way, like I just showed you in my VS Code, how I have just PY, you can just run the Python script. You can, if you are running in a Linux One, you can just run your shell script, but there are many ways you can just run it in the terminal, and it's going to analyze it before you create a pull request or something like that. Maybe you can just have your own AI that is actually analyzing locally what's happening on your machine. So the easiest way is like that one. And the another way in the IDE is like the GitHub Copilot or Copilot chat. That also kind of helps a lot. Actually, it gives you a lot of input, like how compilers and test errors are happening. So at least in my experience, I use GitHub Copilot with Visual Studio Code. But I feel like you can actually leverage any script also if you just have an OpenAI implemented and if you have access to that. So, and you can just run it the way you want. So yeah, but if you want to integrate, I would say maybe try the Microsoft GitHub Copilot.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kripa, for answering all the questions. I would like to request all the participants, feel free to reach out to her, as she said that she'll be happy to help you all, right? So you can find her LinkedIn profile link in the chat box. So feel free to reach out to her for further discussion or any question you have regarding the session. Thank you so much, everyone, for amazing questions, and thank you so much, Kripa, again for amazing answers and amazing session. So before I take the handover back, I would love
Thank
to
you,
hear
everyone.
final thoughts from you, a final thought, final statement for all the participants today. Yes, Kripa, I've asked you in case if you want to make any final statement for all of us. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Oh, okay. So sorry. No, I think like I think I did repeat a lot of times, but I think um, in my opinion, AI is not going to replace our job if we can actually find out how we can use it in an efficient way, actually help us build a better work life. So I feel like that's one of my motto with AI. Just leverage it to help you reduce a lot of manual work. So that's it. But keep exploring. There's so much to explore. I'm still exploring. So there's so much to explore. And I'm happy to learn from you guys. And I'm happy to help if there's anything. And thank you, Preetam, for this wonderful invitation. I would be happy to see you all again.
Absolutely, Kripa. Thank you so much for sharing wonderful thoughts. And as I said that, yes, we'll be definitely reaching out to you for further opportunities and more sessions coming up with the GSDC. Thank you so much for joining. So
Thank
as
you.
I said, thank you. You're welcome. So as I said that I have some quick announcement for all of you. So regarding the challenge, I'll be sharing the challenge in a while over the chat box. So meanwhile, I would love to tell you all that these all certification that you can opt out for, you can use this AI 20 to get 20% discount on any of the certifications. So including certified AI tool expert, generative AI professional, generative AI foundation, agentic AI professional, and agentic AI foundation. As you all must be aware that whatever the certification GSDC provides, that is globally recognized ones, and we do provide the learning resources where you will be getting a lot of case studies to work on, e-learnings, and book of knowledge. These certifications are lifelong learnings, which gives you learning flexibility as well, and you will be getting chance to connect with our training partner channel, and you will be having opportunity to work on capstone project, that is something real-time AI simulation practice. So do grab this opportunity. You will find the offer details, promo code in the chat box. And also I would love to introduce you all to GSTC utility tool, where you can use this AUG100 as a code to get 100% off, which means completely free, and this is only for our webinar attendees. So how this tool will help you, it will help you to improve your LinkedIn profile score, your AI skill score. Also it will help you to build your personal brand, and also in case if you're looking to create your resumes, so it will help you to build your AI generated resumes also. So do check this out. I've already shared the utility link. If you want, I'll share this again post this announcement. And I would love to make this another announcement that we are having this series on real world L&D case studies across industry, which is scheduled from 15 to 19 December with the time slot 11:30 p.m. Singapore, 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time, 9:30 a.m. Central, and 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please do join us as we do have these incredible experts panel aligned for this series. And this is another series we are running currently for this week, 15 to 19 December, with the time slot 10:30 p.m. Singapore, 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time, 8:30 a.m. Central, and 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The webinar is scheduled on applying ISO 42001 and ISO 27001 across industry. We have the industry experts aligned for this as well, so please do join us for all the remaining sessions. And let's congratulate to these three winners who have referred maximum people to this specific series. So we'll be definitely getting back to them at the end of this series. So you still have a time to refer maximum people and be winner, as top three winners will be featured on the GSDC Wall of Fame, and the winners will be getting back to them whoever earns 50 or more than 50 points for the rewards, which is worth $400. So do not miss this opportunity. Do refer maximum people and be the winner. And in case if you want to be speaker for our upcoming event as a featured global speaker, feel free to send your speaker profile at preetam at the council.org. And as you all know that we do have a global platform like Learning Capsule, webinar, and podcast. We would love to connect with you all over social media. You can scan this QR, connect with us over LinkedIn. Check our website for more information and offerings that GSTC has for all of you. And do connect with us over the WhatsApp group to get daily update on event, webinar, and boot camps. And please do share your valuable feedback on the Trustpilot, also reviews.io. Thank you so much everyone for joining today's session. I hope to see you all for the upcoming session as well. Until then, keep learning and take care of yourself. Thank you, Kripa. I'll see you again. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.